Mine Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. And yesterday, I thought I'd take a day off, and I absolutely loved it just to get away from everything, even though I was still checking. Anyhow, please remember this is not financial advice, as I'm not a financial advisor. You should always do your own research. And today's title of the video is Solved. Please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any further videos. And we're going to crack on with the crypto bubbles. And as we see, we are ranked up to 40 and we have a market cap of $1.06 billion. And Quant is currently sitting just below that $88 mark. And we have a 24-hour volume of 6 million, which is quite low because we are down 0.3% in the hour, down 0.1% in the day, down 3% in the week, and down 13.2% in the month. It's looking rather drab, but it is a Sunday. You know, everybody's asleep, everybody's doing their own thing, and probably I should be too. But I'm here delivering the news. And we see this from Bull Shark Trading. Quant price currently sitting above the weekly support. A close here could bring some relief for the bulls and buyers. 3-day time frame, we can see a nice bullish pin bar was printed previously and currently have a pretty flat undecided candle. With what is going on in the world, we will have to see how the traditional financial markets open up tomorrow. Price is still within the channel, and if we see a breakout to the downside, I expect to see the fair value gap being targeted. The Quant BTC pairing still continuing the run down against BTC. This is to be expected as we will wait and see the alt season for significant breakout. If the support trend line does not hold, we once again look at the fair value gaps to be filled. Bullish for the long run, we will continue to build our positions at these lower prices. So what caught my eye yesterday is this from Bertrand. Look beyond just blockchain. Don't just research quant, research ISO TC307, research LangChain, research Project Rosalind, research the importance of connectivity. And I think this is really important because I always bang on about doing your own research and looking. And we talk about all these things. We talked about LangChain, we talked about Project Rosalind, we talked about the research importance of connectivity, interoperability. And today, what I want to look at, and it's getting you to understand how important ISO TC307. So we look here just quickly, we're going to go through some of the importance of it. So why standards are important. Standards play a crucial role in ensuring interoperability between DLT blockchains implementations as well as non-DLT blockchain implementations. It enables blockchain platforms with guidance and best practices on what is required to achieve interoperability to reduce the risk of fragmented ecosystem. And what they mean is very much like siloed walled garden, very much like the internet back in the day where everything was effectively closed. And if we look at like AOL, we look at CompuServe and things like that where they couldn't interact. So it also prevents technology lock-in by providing options to move between technologies, and during implementation, clients can align to standards which make it easier to implement with confidence continued compliance. The idea of using blockchain came from having to solve healthcare interoperability. At the time, Gilbert and folks at eHealth solved this problem by creating an enterprise service, ESB, which involved millions of dollars in investments and significant changes in infrastructure for what seemed like an imperfect but best available solution to the problem. At the time, blockchain technology was in its infancy and standards were lacking, which is what Gilbert in initiating the standards work while in Australia, hence why Australia is the secretariat. Not only did Gilbert have the foresight to establish a standard, but he also knew that for blockchain to be widely adopted and be real and long-lasting solution for solving interoperability for healthcare, it needed to be interoperable. He says here, I see potential similar to that of the internet in the early 90s, where we're at a cusp of something big. Blockchain can change a lot on how the internet operates and a lot of how processes operate. We just don't know what we can do yet. This was done by authoring ISO proposals standardized blockchain and then establish a technical committee. The proposal was approved in October 2016, so this has been going on for a long time. And the ISO TC307 committee quickly grew from 5 to 53 countries and bodies, and such as the European Commission. These countries are outlined in the map below, and as we can see, all the blue, literally blockchain, literally ISO T307. And are members, and you've got observing members, which are in the orange there. So ISO TC 307 is for blockchain as a whole. We're not just specifically interoperability within the structure. There are multiple working groups, each focusing on different areas. Gilbert Verdian is the chairman for the ISO TC 307 working group for interoperability of blockchain distributed ledger technology. And we can see a bit here with regards to the working groups. So what is ISO standard? Now, a lot of people bang on about this. The International Organization of Standardization in an independent non-governmental organization, the members of which are the standards organizations of 164 member countries. It is the world's largest developer of voluntary international standards and facilitates world trade by providing common standards between nations. Over 25,000 standards have been set covering everything from manufactured products and technology to food safety, agricultural, and healthcare. Each country identified in the map above consists of standards organisations that represent their country. The UK is led by the BSI, which is the British Standards of Institution, which represents UK economic and social interest across all European and international standards. And within the BSI, Gilbert Verdian is chairman for blockchain and distributed ledger technology. And as we can see, an example of those who are in this committee are absolutely massive. We've got Quant, IBM, Microsoft, HSBC, BAE Systems, Sony Europe, Chartered Association of Certified Accountants, MIT Connection Science, UK government. The list goes on and on and on. So the International Association of Trusted Blockchain Application, INATBA, and we know Quant is a founding member of the European Union's launch of the International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications. And we can keep going. We can see him here. And INATBA will provide an avenue for harmonizing, implementing blockchain best practice at the European and international level to avoid technological fragmentation, especially in banking and financial services. And we can see it all here in INATBA. And if we keep going down, we see EU Blockchain Observatory Forum. Gilbert is also a member of the EU Blockchain Observatory Forum, which European Commission initiative to accelerate blockchain innovation and development of blockchain ecosystem within the EU. So he's everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So we see this lovely tweet from my mate Hungarian Horntail. ISO TC 307 is growing. The foundation for larger standards like IT, security, data management, global standards like the ISO 222 and ISO 27001, and use ISO TC 307 blockchain standards, as does any other ISO standard that references the IT building blocks. The image pictured, as you see there, is a fraction of how ISO TC 307 has grown and become integrated into technical standards. And as we can see here, look, you've got all the ISOs from leading off from the ISO T307, and we can see here, here's how it works. ICS 35.030 is the ISO standard for IT when an organization references anything that includes technology security. It calls 35.030. And then we've got the ICS 35030. It contains hundreds of standard projects that range from Internet of Things and fax standards and cryptography. Within ISC 35.030, anytime blockchain DLT and taxonomy security info is referenced, it is from ISO TC 307. This means that when looking at DLT research, the references rarely be TC 307, so see LACChain or Cyanet Infradocs, and generally instead be within the larger technical standards like ISO 27001 or 222. Here's the key references within the ISO technical standardization to blockchain TC307 aren't just semantics, it's the entire architecture, operation, and security, the foundation of blockchain economy. It's absolutely huge. And as you know, as I was talking about a moment ago in the article, on how this is unfolding. It's absolutely huge. So, and there's one last thing I want to show you, which is Quant. How big is the total addressable market that Quant over Ledger could capture? And this was a question asked by Dread Bongo. And Gilbert Verdian replies, it's the entire financial system globally. And as you can see here, he asked that question. He replies, well, When you have a financial infrastructure and capital markets infrastructure globally that is powered by QNT, it's the entire financial system globally, plus central banks now getting into this space with CBDCs. And as we know, they are making a big play on the CBDCs. So there you go, guys. Just a quick update. And please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss updates like this in the future. All the best, and I'll catch you later.